In your health news this morning, new studies show a concerning connection between social media use and well-being in tween and teenage boys and girls. So here live with us this morning to talk about what it means for your teen is local author and psychotherapist Lena Durhali. Lena, thanks so much for joining us today. One of the main takeaways from this new batch of research is that boys and girls may be more vulnerable to the negative impacts of social media at different points in their teen and tween years.
Yeah, definitely. You have to think about it's the developing brain, and there's so much going on in the teen and tween years. And then you add the complication of social media and technology. And it's really almost a recipe for disaster in most cases. I know the study that we're referring to says different ages may have more positive or negative effects. I think there's still a lot we need to learn, and there's a lot of different factors that might play into that.
And in your own research and practice, what are some of the impacts of social media that you've seen with kids, teens, adults, anyone?
Yeah, so much. If you think about adults, even adults when they use social media are constantly comparing themselves to other people. They're constantly seeing false narratives, people putting something out there that's not necessarily true, and then comparing it to themselves and feeling bad about their own life. And that's just adults. So if you take teens and tweens doing the same thing, it's actually much worse for their developing brains. When they're constantly having to compare themselves to others, we're seeing really a lot of body dysmorphia, especially with the girls, and that's becoming a huge problem, to the point where Norway actually put out a law that now influencers on Instagram and social media have to label when they've altered their body image or filtered anything, because it is causing so many horrible mental effects on teen girls in Norway. So now that's punishable as a felony, which could either be by fine or even in prison. So I found that really interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. That's very interesting. I hadn't heard that, so thank you so much for sharing. I'm definitely going to look into that more. And like you were saying, it's really important to have age-appropriate conversations with children when it comes to topics like social media and mental health. How should we talk about social media use with young kids versus talking about it with older teens?
Yeah, with young kids, I think if we can actually just delay their social media use. I know that that's hard because they want to be included, or maybe their friends have phones, but really trying to delay that or limit that or monitor that as parents, maybe putting some restrictions on that wherever possible. But for any teen, just reminding them that what they see on social media is not always a reflection of the reality, and that that's not the real world, and that people are always putting their best foot forward or their best filter, and reminding them, that what's most important is the life that they live offline. And we've really seen that, come to light in the pandemic, where we saw that for mental health, kids, tweens, teens, they really need to have in-person social connection. That online social connection is not enough. It's not the healthiest thing. So just reminding kids that what happens offline is much more important to their fulfillment and their well-being than anything online.
Yeah, good advice for teens, kids, and even adults. We all need that reminder sometimes. All right, Lena Durhali joining us this morning. Thank you so much for sharing your insight on this topic with us. I'm certain this won't be the last social media study we see. Hope we can reconnect with you again in the future. Thanks again.